In this session, we are going to talk about Apache Kafka. So what exactly is Kafka? Kafka is a messaging system which is built on producer-consumer model. Okay, so how Kafka exactly does it? So Kafka uses multiple servers. We call it as brokers in Apache Kafka. These brokers maintains the data for us. How they will maintain it, we will see in further tutorials. But these brokers will be managed by one of the servers which we call as zookeeper. So zookeeper is nothing but a node which maintains this synchronization among these brokers configuration, and these brokers maintains our data. So how these brokers maintains our data? So Kafka is a messaging system, means there is a queue where we can publish our data. That queue we call it as topic, and that particular topic maintains can have means multiple partitions, multiple partition for one topic. So what exactly is partition? Partition is nothing but a sub queues inside for a particular topic. Okay, so that is partition, and you can produce data to means a specific partition or randomly to any partition. And on consumer side, you can have multiple consumers. So how exactly all this channel work? So suppose you have one topic which consists of two partitions, okay, and you have two producers. So these producers are producing data. Suppose we have a configuration on producer side, that producer 1 will always produce the data to partition 1, and producer 2 will always produce the data to partition 2. The same kind of configuration we can also keep in consumer side as well, that consumer 1 will always listen to partition 1 only, and consumer 2 will always listen to partition 2 only. Okay, this kind of configuration we can keep. And suppose, as I was saying, that Kafka uses multiple brokers. So if one of the brokers is down, okay, then how it will manage? So it will remove that broker, and one of the other broker will act as a leader for other brokers. Okay, so these all configuration will be done by zookeeper only at real time. Okay, so let's just see means how Kafka does this configuration. So for this particular tutorial, for the basic understanding, I am just going to start all the zookeeper brokers and create the topic in Windows system only. Later part of the tutorial, we'll create Spring Boot services and see how Kafka exactly works with the Spring Boot and how Kafka stream works. Okay, for this tutorial, I have just kept this file. Okay, so in our command line, let's just open it, go to it, right? We are going to create one. So how I'm doing this? I've downloaded this file, this tzz file from Kafka website, and I've extracted it. So this is my file, and inside this file there is one config folder. This config folder have all the properties for zookeeper, brokers, consumers, for topic creation and everything. Okay, we are going to use these properties file for our configuration. And there is one more directory which is called bin. So in this bin directory we have all the shell script, okay, for misconfiguration in Unix server. But as we are doing all this in Windows server, there is one more folder which is Windows, and I am going to provide all the this script file from this folder only. So for this tutorial purpose, I have kept all this in this directory only. So let's just open a, let's just go to this path, and from this directory we are going to call this zookeeper.bat to start the zookeeper, and we are going to provide the configuration file as this one. Okay, so I started the zookeeper in one of the command prompt, and we will open another one, and in this command prompt we are going to start a Kafka broker. So one zookeeper can have multiple brokers, but for this tutorial we are just going to start one broker only. Okay, and the default port for this broker will be 9092. Okay, now we have started our broker. Now we are going to create a Kafka topic which we call as mykafkatopic, and we are providing our broker configuration as localhost 9092. So we will start a third command prompt, and we will go to this path. So we are doing nothing, just provide means executing those batch files whatever Kafka has provided. Okay, it is saying created topic as my Kafka topic. Now we are going to start a producer as well, which will produce the data to this particular topic. Okay, let's just open command prompt, one more command prompt. So this is our producer. Okay, now let's just open another command prompt. So this is our consumer. Okay, so let's just keep it side by side. This is our consumer.bat we have executed, and this is our producer. So from this producer I am going to produce the data to this particular topic, my Kafka topic, and it will get consumed by this particular consumer. So if I'll say hello, see the message is coming here. So whatever I am passing to this particular producer, from this producer, it is getting consumed by this consumer. So how it is happening? We have this configuration. This is our producer. It is producing this data to this particular queue. This queue is getting listened by this consumer. So this consumer is listening the data from this topic, and it is consuming the data. And this topic is managed by the broker. The broker we called as means Kafka brokers. Okay, and that broker is managed by one of the entity which we call as zookeeper. So that's how means Kafka configuration work. In the later part we will see how Kafka works with the Spring Boot.